Yeah, I mean, I think I tried something similar to that, but I think I might have done it in the wrong order where I had set it up. Or I hadn't set it up prior or something like that. But hey, 4 puzzles to go. I'm almost sad to be getting close to the end. This has been so good. Puzzle number 21, hierarchy. Oh god, it's a crossing the river puzzle with RGB converters. Okay. So what then? The problem is that these won't send anything out unless they have 2 colors. So this what? Yeah. Oh, what is happening there? If I pick this up, this isn't gonna work now. So that's like a pre-set up thing. Once we do that, then that like self-sustains somehow, strangely. But then I'd need to like pull that. This is weird how it ends up working. Because like if you cut them off such that they get to have 2 laser inputs, then they try and like start sending their inputs back at each other in weird ways. So then if I send it there, there's the gap, but that's not even close to being reachable. So I pick this up and it all falls apart. Okay. This is weird. This one's hard to like think about without just testing and seeing what happens. So we had this going before. All right. Is very close. To being it. It just needs to make it past that one last laser. Let me back this thing up quite a bit and then do that to start it up. Boom. Got it. Cool. Yes, I mean that one just kind of like a test and see what happens type one, but like also you have to think about it. Like I kind of I wasn't really just connecting to random things. I kind of considered what I needed to get it done. Nice. Oh my god, Nala is just losing it. So what the hell? Okay. 3 puzzles to go now. And we have to go, I think we're on to the next big island, right? Yep. Let's go. Whoa. QR code. Probably only have like 1 or 2 more nightmares left. Alright, puzzle number 22, which is called Leviathan. Oh boy. Driller. I haven't had a driller in a puzzle in a minute here. Okay, so this opens that up. What is this? Might as well have that there, see what it allows us to do. Where's... I can't see what's... What? I'm confused. Do these like lower the walls here or something? Can I see the... Or does... What the heck? This stupid pole. Okay, let me pass that through. I mean, I assume these both have to be powered, right? So that'll do that, and what's gonna happen? That's sick. And now they're blocked off, so they're like irrelevant, I guess. What the heck? What? What in the world? I can't switch this back. This is crazy. What? Do we have an accumulator in there? Kind of freaky looking, almost. Like it seems like it's almost like a boss fight, fighting the Leviathan puzzle. Is that a green? No. So how do I... How do I get that? Maybe let's just see what happens when we activate the red. If we even can. Is there like... Oh, that's slow as hell. Can we like hit him with some fancy footwork here? That's the end, just through there. Okay, what about this? No. Oh, what am I missing here then? Is there something? There's a driller hole there. But that... So there's gotta be something behind there. Is there a driller hole over here too? Oh, so that's what's this. So yeah, that's something in that little alcove. But I mean, I can't get the driller through. Or I guess I probably could get the driller through if I had both of these out there, right? But I can't get them both out there. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe I can actually. Yeah. No. No. Like, this is never going to be able to reach that. How do I get... This is so insane looking. I mean, clearly that's what I need to do at the moment, is get whatever is on the other side of this driller hole. So what am I missing that'll allow me to bring the driller through the door? Wait, why am I such an idiot? God, what the fuck? I was like... I don't know, I just had a weird brain lag there. That was really dumb. Okay, so here we can get an RGB converter. And ideally that would allow us to get this. Wow, that was really stupid of me with the driller. So now we should hopefully be able to just get through this door. And then we can take this. Yeah, because then we can make the green. Whoops. Right here, and that's in the right spot. Okay. We have an accumulator as well, and what seems to be everything we're going to get for this. I'm going to accumulate the green for now to see. Whoa. Oh god, careful there. But what is the point of that? Oh. Okay, I see. So we need up there something that's pointing to that. And then up here, the green pointing to that. It's so slow, right? It's like gotta be deliberately that slow. Yeah, I mean... So we want this to come back. Because we want... I think we want the RGB converter up there. Yeah? Oh. Alright, cool. We have slain the Leviathan. I think that's how it's supposed to be done. Because that elevator is clearly deliberately so slow. That one was cool. Definitely unique. The big island puzzles are all unique.
Discovered. What's it like? Do you understand it? Is it part of your system?
It is the incarnation of the sublime beauty of mathematics. Through it, all things become beautiful. Every movement of every particle is a revelation, and everything that lives is holy.
Okay, we are on to the final area. 23 and 24. Let's go. Yeah, all the big island puzzles have been pretty cool and unique. Here we are, and here is maybe the final nightmare. Yep, find every nightmare achievement.
Maybe you don't believe in any of it. Have you ever considered that? All your optimism? Your vaunted humanist spirit? Maybe it's all a facade. Maybe you just want it to be true. Because it's comforting to think that humanity might be good, and meaning is something you can create. But that's not facing the truth, because the truth is that none of it has any value at all.
No, you're wrong. Maybe I ruined everything. Maybe they would destroy themselves, but Alexandra was right. Humanity is good. I still have faith. If only in that.
Damn. Okay, puzzle number 23. One-way link. What the hell? Okay, so the ending is up there. What in the world? So there's two doors here. And I guess it is powered by that and then that. Oh, I'm trapped in here when that lever's thrown. So wait, what opens? So this blue being powered opens the other door there. And this red opens the floor out from underneath me. And we can get an inverter from in there. And this is blocked. So what does this lever do? Okay, the levers both do the same thing. So we can do this. Oh, it's stuck up there. Okay. So we can use it to swap colors, but not pick it up. Okay. So with that switch flipped, we can't get into the area. And with this But then when we flip it, this closes and that opens. It's called one-way link. So if I obviously do this, that opens that door up. And if I go up here and flip this, nothing happens really. Although this never opens. Because it switches the way that this is being sent, right? Like these will always stay blue and red because when it's flipped this way, it's getting blue from the emitter here and sending it up there and turning it red, and then the opposite is true here. It's getting red and turning it blue and sending it. So the switch at this point does nothing except swap their two doors, which don't have an effect. Okay. Okay. So what happens then if we connect these guys together? Let's set that one to red. Which does, yeah, that opens the floor up. And then... I see, so now it's open and lets me through. If I were up there, which I can't be because the door is closed, and I can't go up there and flip the switch myself, because the floor is gone. Okay. Got it. But is the connection to this doing anything? No. So we want this one to be blue. Right? I think. Maybe. This is weird. Blue, blue, red, red, blue, so we want this one over here to stay blue. And that one's red. So we can come up here and flip the switch. And then we want it to switch to red. I guess this is only red because of the blue getting sent to it from that. Makes sense. Oh no, so they need to invert. So this is red, and it needs to be red until we go up there, and this is blue, and it needs to be blue the whole time. Right, so we want that to stay blue, we want this to switch to red, right? Because this is, oh wait. We want this to switch from red to blue. Which it currently does, but this one we want to just always be blue. If this one's ever red, it just removes the floor and is just bad. I mean, what? This isn't gonna work. What is actually happening here? So we only, basically, that's the one-way link part of it. We only want this to send blue to here, but we don't want to take this red back at the current time. So like obviously, and then this is the one that does nothing. And then swapping it will just do nothing. And then when I did this, it was activating the floor removal, but it did open both when I swapped it. So I think I understand things now where we're at. And we can't bring anything up with us because this is purpled off. Blocking it like that in any way do anything? I think so. Why do we have this inverter here? It just does nothing. This doesn't do anything. No. This is functionally the same as if I had if that laser between them didn't exist. How do we make it so that red never gets in here, but blue can get out? Because like you kind of think, you know, you just like immediately you just pass through the inverter and then it's not red, but then you're not able to get blue out either if you're passing through the inverter. Maybe we need to weaken the chain. Like we direct connect this. Whoops. We direct connect this to the inverter. And then we do that. Something like that. No. We just don't have enough, like we can't interact with the inverter to make that have any effect. Because that's, again, the functional same thing as I had before. Like, how am I able to interact with the inverter in any way that's not, you know, this? Oops. It's not this. Or potentially just adding a connection between these two. What other way can you interact with the inverter that is actually impactful? I mean, these need to be on fairly... I mean, well, it's not actually that restrictive in terms of where things are. You know? Stop. Fuck this receiver. Like, stop connecting to that. Yeah, that makes sense that would happen. And if this were connected to itself, it just pulses the same color. It's so close. Obviously, it's not using the inverter, so. I'm thinking, like, they could have just had the inverter sitting up there. Like, why is there a receiver there that requires you to put it down? Maybe you need to utilize that to cut off the, you know? Does that make sense? I think that makes some sense to me. Same issue. Like I could move the connector to the left of the cutoff beam. Sorry, that's probably an annoying noise. Like I could move this here, and then that would do that at this point. But then it would still do the same thing, or it would just cut this off. But what happens if I add this in? Okay. And then no. Because it's I was hoping that that would maybe meet in the middle at this and white it out. You know, like this would, but it makes sense that it's not because this isn't doing an extra bounce between them. I feel like I'm very close to something here. And when I flip this, that becomes blue. Yes. No, it does nothing. Oh, because that's the stupid inverter. God. Fuck. Like it's so close. Wah! So this not? Like, I'll never be able to make that white. Because there's always an extra bounce to get to it. Because you have to go to the inverter. This seems like it's so close to doing it. Because like the only thing that makes this not work is that it gets cut off by the red now. And what's happening when I do this? Right, it just does nothing. It doesn't do the blockage. Dude. There's only so many connections you can even make here, you know. I'm not sure on this one. This one is tough. Been going for about an hour, so might be a good time for a break. And we will come back to this afterwards. 2 puzzles to go, though. Bittersweet, bittersweet. This one is tough. One-way link. Which, I mean, I clearly understand what we need to do, but I'm not fully certain on how. Maybe we don't want the inverter to come down. That's an idea. I will explore that idea after I take a bit of a break. Okay, we are loading back in. One-way link. And I think what I said about the, like, what would be the point in that being up there? Like, that would literally do nothing, right? Like, there's no reason to connect to it. Like, it has no impact if you don't bring it down. So there's a stupid thing I said to close out the last session, I believe. Because obviously, I'm just making sure of this. Yeah. What kind of impact is that going to have? No impact. No impact at all, I tell you. So let's bring it down again. And then I didn't really give much thought to it in the intervening time, so I pretty much, like, what more is there that I can even try? Like, there are these poles here, but that doesn't mean anything, I don't think, because there's no accessible angles behind the poles. Although it is an accessible angle for these types of things. You know, because, like, if I had this back here, like, say I do that, right? That just is meaningless garbage. What can we do to make it only go one direction? Like, we need it to cut off when it's red going left, but not cut off when it's blue going right. The problem for me is basically the inverter. I've yet to find a configuration that I can think of that makes the inverter do anything in a technical sense. Like, obviously you can use it to light this up blue immediately now, which is otherwise impossible. But all that does is open one of these doors. And then with this configuration, the lever now does nothing. And then the other option is to have this connection exist as well, which then makes it so that both sides are the same color at all times, which is also not helpful. Because, of course, there's no way we can do anything with that. Since this will be blocked off when the floor is available, and then when we flip it, the floor is gone. So at that point, the question is, what else can you do with the inverter? How else can you use it to make it do anything differently? Could put something underneath it. Then that would be just the same as not having it selected, you know? There is no way for me to get it, right? Like, it's not accessible in any way. You can't like parkour around the edge of the... I mean, it's pretty close to being able to do that, but... Yeah, you can't do any BS parkour to get the inverter. There's nothing else up there that it's hiding, right? No. Not missing some element. This is all we get. Oh. So how can you make the inverter do anything? And doing that does nothing. Doing this does nothing. Although that does look kind of interesting. But the problem is we need this powered with red. So what happens if I... I've done this before. Or what? I want this. Yeah, so that's still powered with red and getting rid of the floor. Yeah, so this is the same as having the two connected. I add in this connection. Doesn't change anything. I can cut off that. So this needs to either be off or red or blue, right? Yeah. Basically, we need this current state, and then when we flip the switch, this turns blue. And this turns blue. They both have to be blue. So how can we have it currently do nothing? But do something that makes them both blue. At the end of the day. Is it? Is this it? No, because that ends up making it all red. That last connection. God. Yeah. And then this is the classic switch does nothing scenario. So having this here. Like we're only missing like an additional connection here that makes this now blue. Which we can have now, right? But if we switch it, it's all red. So is there any way we can use this additional laser that's coming from... Because, like, what is exactly happening here? Isn't this just the classic nothing happens lever? Yeah. God. Stupid inverter, dude. Does nothing except ruin my life. This clearly isn't working. But like this sort of a setup is so close to it, you know. Or is this not what it was? Or, yeah, I mean, so we have this at the end. Does the same thing. We can use like this to make the buffer, right? So like now this is a chain of like a pretty long chain. It starts there, goes here, 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 and then here. So in terms of like priority, you know, as far as if we had both colors. And if we switch this up, this starts here, goes here, 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 here. That's why this is whited out. So why then doesn't something similar happen here? Because we've got red laser goes to here and then sends to each one of these, and then these both send to there, which is why it stops there. Like this blue configuration, it seems, is like how we would want the red configuration to be. So what happens in then? Like, why doesn't it happen? Because the red is still connecting there. So now we have the nothing happens switch. But then that makes this blue. Or white, because it's getting that bounce from there. And it's receiving the blue from there, and then in this case it's sending the blue to there. And yeah, we've done this a million times. This is pretty close. Like if the red was one chain weaker here, then it would meet and be the white there. It would seem. But I don't see a way to make it weaker. Or if the blue were stronger, right? Like that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about basically. But now this is connecting to it, which is the issue at the end of the day, right? I don't know. This one's cooking me. This one is cooking me. It just keeps messing with my head because the inverter, like, you can't think of it as a one-way thing. You know? Like, I would think, oh, maybe I can just grab the red from here and put it to the inverter. But in reality, what happens is the inverter is sending the blue to here first and stopping the flow right there. Damn, what the heck? One-way link. See, this is like, all these times I can't figure out a way where the inverter does anything. Because anytime you flip the switch, it just gets, all it will do will flip the inverter around, no matter how it's connected. So I need to figure that out. So this is connected to it. And then, like, yeah, and then this, we already have this before. And this does nothing for us. Like, door's open, but then floor's gone. Because all that's happening when you do the inverter is it switches colors. And like, just having one of them sending to the inverter obviously does nothing, because then the inverter doesn't return its color anywhere. So it seems like one of them just has to be like this. And like, one of them has to not connect to these. Because like, if you ever connect, like if I maybe, you know, I did this now trying to, or again, my brain damage is showing there, or this would want to be on this side anyway to stop the, oh no, that it was in the correct spot, stops the floor. Then if I ever connected this to either of the two endpoints, the inverter then becomes useless, doing nothing. Now, I mean, this just what this doesn't do. This doesn't do anything at all. I instead connect this here. Yes. Right? Door's open. That is cutting off the red from going there. Oh my lord. That one was brutal. But at the end of the day, it does end up being what I thought. It's just I had the positioning off. You're nullifying the cutting off link. Yeah, I think I just had it backwards the whole time. Wow, I was so close to solutions for so long, but hey, I finally got it.
So close.
Yeah.
Just one more.
Oh, right. I actually want to reset this one and look at that solution again, just to be sure I fully understand it. I think I do, because I was walking through all the steps for so long. Really like that they added this restart puzzle functionality. So yeah, you just, like, oh, I have to free the thing first. Because once I started thinking about, like, you know, breaking it down more, like, you clearly can't have both connected, but you just have this one that does this. And then, yeah, I mean, it's as simple as that. You pull it down and just cut it off. And because these are both basically coming from the same source, right? These are the same distance away. They go boom, boom, boom. And then this just sends, they both send up there and meet up there and do nothing. And then this is cutting this off. But then when you switch it and blue comes out of here and goes to here and then goes up there, blue goes up there and also goes over there, which then comes back here, and then red comes here, and that's why this whites out. And then the blue is allowed to go both ways because the cutoff is no longer happening. Yeah. Wow. That one is tough, I feel like. But we got it. Alright. One puzzle left. Again, it's going to be a very bittersweet moment. But the final puzzle, presumably until Talos 3, if ever, whenever that may happen, we have Halls of Power. 3 inverters all chilling together in here. Oh my good god. Okay, so obviously you can just chain them to get through these 3 doors. What the? What's with these pillars? Oh god. And you just... Oh, there's a connector over there. What? Am I able to easily get through the first 2 doors? Maybe? Yes, it seems I am able to easily get through the first 2 doors. So no issues retrieving this connector. But it can't go back, it can only be in here. And here's where we start having problems, obviously. So we need this blue active. Although, interesting thing is, like, depending on where you start things out, let's see here. I assume this is fine to no longer have done by this. Okay, so interestingly or not, you could have it so that, like, if none of these doors were open, you know what I mean? Okay. Feels like, I mean, it feels like we'll have to have them all open at once, but there's the potential for that not to be necessary. It's all very carefully positioned. So, like, see now, the doors are all closed here. But it's fine because I'm over here. So if then... Maybe actually... So does this setup work with the weird thing that I was doing before? Because then this... Or do I set up the blue off of this? Ah, but there is a ladder. So this would work if I were able to flip this blue to a red. Which I'm not. Like if I took this. Like the only way to make them all switch would be by inverting it. So you can't make them all switch. But I can make the back two switch, which is what I need. Yep, I think I've solved it. You just move this a little bit. No. Yes? Yes. No? No. Yes? Yes. Well, let's see, shall we? I think so. 'Cause this will close that. And yes. Perfect. No, I'm done. I really liked this puzzle though. This puzzle was really cool. Just that realization. Yes, I only need to swap 2 of them and then the connector can pick up the slack. Alright, well, let's see what the ending of this is like. Oh, shit.
Welcome! Welcome!
What? What the fuck?
Who are you? Don't you recognize me? I mean, you. How is this possible? This place is a loop, Byron. Eventually, you loop back on yourself, so here I am. And here you are. I need answers. Oh, answers. Answers. It's always answers with you, Byron, isn't it? Because you have to know everything. Because you deserve to know everything. And everyone else just has to deal with it. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. All of New Jerusalem. Oh, really? Then why are you here solving puzzles instead of out there helping your friends? Is it because you want your mummy? Is it because you're oh so sad because mummy left you and she didn't tell you why? It's not that simple, isn't it? What you can't get over is why she didn't tell you she was leaving. That has nothing to do with the city. It's just about your ego. Okay. You know what? Fine. Call it ego. After everything we went through, why not tell me? Why not take me along? Maybe she was just tired of you and your pathetic clinginess. Oh, Mummy, tell me what to do. Tell me what to think. Maybe she thought you'd finally grow up and actually do something instead of just complaining. I've done a lot more than just complain. It's not easy trying to push back against the momentum of history. Have you? Sure, you annoyed Herman into letting you play Explorer, and then you got your hand stuck on a magic table and missed half the expedition. Great job. Meanwhile, New Jerusalem is falling apart. That's why we need Athena. Athena can't even save herself. You have a point. Well, you may be some sort of digital psychosis, but you're not entirely wrong. I didn't live up to my principles. I let my personal insecurities get in the way. I should have stepped up and taken responsibility. Responsibility? What makes you think you're cut out to lead? What makes you think anyone even respects you? Oh, shut up. You're just trying to draw me back into the loop. It won't work. We're not done here. Yeah, we are. Thanks for the life lesson. Now, go away. I have things to do.
Huh. That was a cool scene. Whoa. 1K is waking me up.
What's happening? 1K?
So that's why you were different. You literally confronted yourself. Must have been quite the experience.
I wouldn't exactly recommend it as a leisure activity, but it was necessary. I was stuck in a loop as much as Athena was.
We all were, I think, including myself. You know, you said something to me. I said, we don't need the theory of everything to be happy. And you said, it was never just about happiness. And I couldn't stop thinking about that. Because I knew I was right, that we could find happiness without expanding. But what if we needed more? What if a happy life and a good life aren't the same?
And did you figure out an answer?
No. And I'm still not sure what you're doing is right. But if I just sit around moping without actually participating...
Then you're making the same mistake I did. We swapped positions. That's funny.
I find it kind of embarrassing. But look, the truth is, I don't really know what we should do. But I do know that we were always at our best when we were together.
Amen to that. It's good to have you back, Al. Or we could just take off and dump all the responsibility on 1K again.
We did hold up well under pressure.
Of course I did. What do you mean? And there it is. Revelation. Solve all puzzles in Into the Abyss. Achievement. I mean, what an absolutely phenomenal DLC. Couldn't have asked for anything better, honestly. And I mean, I'll never stop repeating. I can't get over the fact that they released this all at once. This is very clearly 3 separate things. But they just released it as one big pack. I mean, any other game, any other company would have released these one at a time. And I would have been happy about it. Honestly, I would have happily paid for that. Because, like, maybe the first Orpheus Ascending, maybe $10. Isles of the Blessed, I would have easily paid $20 for. That was huge. And then this one, I'm 15, 20 as well? I don't know. For me, that was easily worth it, especially considering the base game only $30. Which I would easily, personally, have paid 60, 70 for, but even still, I think it's at least worth like 40 or 50. But hey, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm just a fanboy. But still not quite done. I'm gonna let these play because maybe there's a secret scene, but there is an achievement that I didn't get called The Abyss. Finish the fragmented text adventure and Into the Abyss, which I guess I just didn't find. And then I need to solve both Pandora monuments without using a static connector outside a puzzle in Isle of the Blessed, which I didn't even know existed until I accidentally selected it. And then I need to find every QR message in Orpheus Ascending. Those are 3 achievements that I'm missing for my 100% to be back. I mean, my God. It's just... I'm speechless. I'm speechless with how amazing this was. And I believe they've said they do have plans, at the very least in terms of story, for at least a 3rd game. So, I mean...
This was the story of the people we were. A long time ago.
Yes.
When humanity was young. I remember it all. The places, the names, our flaws, our fears, our clunky old bodies. I used to have regrets, but when I look back now, I feel nothing but love. The world has changed, and we have changed with it. But the bonds that were forged in those years, so long ago on
Yes.
that distant blue planet, those bonds were never broken. We are still here, and we are still human.
There you go. So that felt like an additional teaser for the 3rd game, which is what we also got if you collected all the stars in the base game. Of course, you got that additional scene where Athena talks about the anomaly, and I think that is part of where the story would be going for a 3rd game. And yeah, that just goes ahead and shoots straight to the very tippity top of my most anticipated games list, if they do end up making it. But I mean, I think Talos Principle, I think it was like 9 or 10 years between the 1st and the 2nd game. But with I mean, I don't know how much of this DLC they'd already worked on prior to the release of the game, but I feel like with the amount of content in it, they came out with it quicker than I would expect, personally. I don't know. But, yeah, so that took me a total of 6 hours in being in there. And hey, I mean, it pretty much, I would say, lived up to the name of the extreme difficulty. Some were a bit easier than I maybe would have expected, and some were slightly too similar to others, but still, I mean, it was overall an absolutely fantastic challenge and enjoyable and fun. And the only one that I have sort of thoughts about potentially me doing incorrectly is the one number 19, the one on the big island with the glass platform. But I feel like it has to be correct. But I'm interested to see how my friend ends up solving that one, who's also worked on this. Oh, also, we never actually did the normal ending, quote unquote, where we go here. I wonder what happens then. Maybe I should still do that. But I'm going to end this recording, and I'm going to probably just search around to try and find this text adventure. Maybe the text adventure is... actually here. So I'll do this really quick and see what happens. Oh, this just skips to you getting out.
What's happening? 1K?
I can't imagine anybody just doing 8 puzzles
So that's why you were different.
and then finishing it and being like, "Yep, done," not and doesn't go back for them. Oh, you still get that after credits scene, I guess. Okay, but still, you don't get the Byron talking to himself or whatever, confronting his. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna look around to try and find this fragmented text adventure. I don't know where it could be, but I don't think I want to record the whole search. Ideally, because one, I don't have any clues as to where it could be. I feel like I wish I had recorded this search where I went looking for the Sphinx things in Isles of the Blessed, since the discovery moment of that was pretty fun. But oh no, oh dear, oh good lord, it's loud. Can I make that jump though? Like low key. If I would actually jump. But since I don't really have any clue where this could be, and I feel like I've looked... Oh, that makes me think you maybe aren't... It's not like those are clipped off. Yeah, that's gotta be clipped off. Yeah, since I have no real idea where it is or where it could be, and the main reason these file sizes are astronomically large... Actually, did I look around the back? Oh, you can't. Yeah, so... Gonna be a search for that. And then I'll go back to Isle of the Blessed and do the Pandora statues there, and then go look for QR codes in Orpheus Ascending. We'll be all done. But I really can't wait to like revisit this in you know, a few years' time, where I don't remember the solutions and just re-experience it. Absolutely love 3D puzzle games in general, and in my opinion, Talos Principle is second to none in this department. Especially with this new DLC, it easily, for me, trumps anything else, even like Portal. Yeah, I'm gonna search around for this text adventure, and I'll be back when I do find it.